In the grand theater of the natural world, we are often captivated by the sheer power and presence of the largest predators. The roar of a lion, the charge of a rhinoceros, the immense shadow of a great white shark. We equate lethality with size, with speed, with brute force. But this is a profound misunderstanding of nature's intricate and often ruthless design. The truth is, size and speed are not always the most effective tools for a killer. The most successful assassins are often masters of stealth, their deadliness shrouded in an unassuming guise, their presence entirely overlooked until it is far too late. Some of the world's most formidable creatures are not found on the open savanna or in the darkest jungles, but are hidden in plain sight. They drift silently through the sunlit waters of our oceans. They crawl unseen through the leaf litter of our forests, and some even find their way into our very own backyards. Their methods are a marvel of evolutionary engineering, silent, often invisible attacks that deliver potent toxins with terrifying efficiency. Their victims rarely see them coming, and for many, there is no second chance. What a cute little jellyfish. But did you know that this cutie is the most venomous creature in the whole world? Join me as we journey into a world where beauty is a warning and size is no measure of might. We will uncover the secrets of these tiny terrors, exploring the astonishing adaptations that make them so lethally effective. From the vibrant hues that signal potent poison to the almost supernatural camouflage that renders them invisible, we will witness how nature has armed its smallest inhabitants with the most powerful weapons imaginable. Prepare to look at the world around you in a completely new and perhaps more cautious light. Our journey begins in the warm coastal waters of Australia and the Indo-Pacific, a paradise for swimmers and divers. But here, drifting with the currents, is a creature of ethereal beauty and unparalleled danger, the box jellyfish. Its translucent, bell-shaped body pulses with a gentle, almost hypnotic rhythm, its long, trailing tentacles dancing elegantly in the water. It appears almost insubstantial, a ghostly apparition that you could almost swim right through. It is this delicate appearance that makes it so treacherous. This creature, specifically the species Chironex fleckeri, holds the unenviable title of the most venomous marine animal known to science. Each of its tentacles, which can stretch up to 3 meters long, is armed with millions of microscopic stinging cells called nematocysts. The slightest touch triggers these cells to fire like tiny harpoons, injecting a venom so potent it attacks the heart, nervous system, and skin cells simultaneously. The pain is described as instantaneous and excruciating, and for a human, a significant sting can induce cardiac arrest and death within mere minutes. What is perhaps most terrifying is the stealth of the attack. Swimmers often feel a sudden searing pain without ever seeing what stung them. The tentacles are so fine and transparent that they can be virtually invisible in the water, leaving behind only faint whip-like marks on the skin, if any at all. The victim may drown from the sheer shock and pain before they can even reach the shore. The box jellyfish is a silent, invisible assassin, a beautiful ghost that haunts these idyllic waters. From the vastness of the ocean, we now shrink our focus to a creature that could fit comfortably in the palm of your hand. In the shallow tide pools and coral reefs from Japan to Australia lives the blue-ringed octopus. When calm, it is a master of camouflage, its mottled brownish skin blending seamlessly with the sand and rocks. It is small, reclusive, and utterly unassuming. But when threatened, it undergoes a spectacular transformation that is both a breathtaking warning and a final, fatal threat. In a flash, its drab skin erupts with iridescent sapphire blue rings that pulsate with an almost electric intensity. This dazzling display is one of nature's most unambiguous signals to back away. It is not a bluff. This tiny octopus, weighing no more than a golf ball, carries a venom powerful enough to kill more than 20 adult humans. Its beak, small as it is, can deliver a painless bite, so subtle that the victim may not even realize they have been envenomated until the symptoms begin to take hold. The venom contains tetrodotoxin, the same potent neurotoxin found in pufferfish, which works with terrifying speed. Within minutes, it begins to block nerve signals throughout the body, leading to progressive muscular paralysis. The victim remains fully conscious, aware of their surroundings, but unable to move, unable to speak, and critically, unable to breathe. Respiratory arrest is the ultimate cause of death, and to this day, there is no antivenom for the bite of a blue-ringed octopus. Survival depends solely on immediate and sustained artificial respiration until the toxin wears off. We now venture deep into the humid, vibrant rainforests of Central and South America. Here, amidst the lush green foliage, live some of the most visually stunning creatures on the planet, the poison dart frogs. Adorned in brilliant coats of gold, copper, sapphire, and ruby, they are like living jewels scattered across the forest floor. Unlike most amphibians that rely on camouflage to avoid predators, these frogs actively advertise their presence. This strategy, known as aposematism, is a bold declaration. I am beautiful, and I am deadly. Their lethality comes not from a bite or a sting, but from the very skin they inhabit. Their vibrant skin secretes a potent cocktail of lipophilic alkaloids, toxins so powerful that in some species, merely touching the frog can be fatal. This poison is a defense mechanism, absorbed from their diet of ants, mites, and termites. Indigenous Embera people of Colombia have for centuries carefully collected this poison by brushing the frogs with leaves, using it to tip the darts for their blowguns, a testament to its lethal efficiency in hunting. The potency varies between species, but the most infamous is the golden poison frog, which we will meet later. However, even the less toxic varieties are a serious threat. The toxins can cause severe pain, convulsions, and muscle contractions upon contact. If absorbed in sufficient quantity, they can lead to heart failure. These beautiful, tiny amphibians, often no larger than a paperclip, serve as a powerful reminder that in nature, the most captivating beauty can often conceal the most extreme danger. Our next subject is a creature that presents a unique paradox. It is both a deadly threat and a sought-after culinary delicacy. This is the pufferfish, known in Japan as fugu. With its round, often spiky body and large, expressive eyes, it has an almost comical appearance. When threatened, it famously inflates itself with water, transforming into an intimidating, inedible sphere. This defense is certainly effective, but the real danger lies deep within its organs. The liver, ovaries, and skin of the pufferfish are saturated with tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin of extraordinary potency. To put its power into perspective, it is up to 1,200 times more poisonous than cyanide. A single fish contains enough toxin to kill 30 adult humans, and there is no known antidote. The preparation of fugu is a highly ritualized and regulated art in Japan, entrusted only to chefs who have undergone years of rigorous training and certification. A single mistake, a fractional miscalculation in the cut, can mean the difference between an expensive meal and a final one. For those unfortunate enough to ingest the toxin, the symptoms are swift and terrifying. It begins with a numbness of the lips and tongue, followed by dizziness and fatigue. This rapidly progresses to paralysis of the muscles, while the victim, much like with the blue-ringed octopus, remains fully conscious. Death typically results from asphyxiation as the diaphragm becomes paralyzed, rendering breathing impossible. The pufferfish is a stark example of how humans will risk death itself for a fleeting, unique experience. We return to the waters of Australia, but this time we are looking for something even more elusive than the box jellyfish. We are searching for a creature so small, it is barely the size of a human fingernail. This is the Irukandji jellyfish. Several species fall under this name, the most famous being Carukia barnesi. Its bell is minuscule, and its 4 tentacles are almost invisible to the naked eye. Swimmers who encounter it often feel nothing more than a minor irritation, like a mosquito bite, and may not even realize they have been stung. The initial sting is deceptively mild, but what follows, typically about 30 minutes later, is a cascade of systemic symptoms known as Irukandji syndrome. This is not a quick, heart-stopping venom like that of its larger cousin, the box jellyfish. Instead, it is a slow-acting poison that induces a state of unimaginable agony. Victims report excruciating muscle cramps in the back, chest, and abdomen, severe headaches, nausea, vomiting, anxiety, and a terrifying feeling of impending doom. The pain is so severe that it often requires massive doses of morphine to manage. While rarely fatal, the complications can be life-threatening. The extreme stress on the body can lead to a rapid rise in blood pressure, causing brain hemorrhages or cardiac arrest, sometimes days after the initial sting. The tiny, almost non-existent irukandji proves that a creature does not need to be large or deliver an instantly fatal blow to be considered one of nature's most formidable torturers. Its power lies in the prolonged, systemic agony it inflicts from a sting you never saw coming. We leave the water and travel to the forests and urban areas of South America, the domain of a creature whose very name inspires fear, the Brazilian wandering spider. Unlike many spiders that are content to wait for prey in a web, this arachnid, a member of the genus Phenutria, is an active hunter. It spends its days hiding in dark crevices, under logs, or sometimes, alarmingly, inside homes, shoes, or bunches of bananas, which has led to its occasional transport around the world. At night, it roams the forest floor in search of prey. This spider is not only highly venomous, but also notoriously aggressive. When it feels threatened, it rears up into a characteristic defensive posture, raising its front two pairs of legs high in the air, displaying its red chelicerae, and swaying from side to side. This is a clear and intimidating warning not to come any closer. If the threat persists, it will not hesitate to bite, and it may bite multiple times to ensure its venom is delivered. It is this combination of potent venom and a willingness to use it that makes it so dangerous. Its venom is a complex neurotoxin that attacks the nervous system, causing intense pain, inflammation, and loss of muscle control. In severe cases, it can lead to paralysis, breathing difficulties, and, if left untreated, death. One of the venom's peculiar and painful side effects in men is priapism, a prolonged and agonizing erection, a symptom so notable that scientists are studying components of the venom for potential use in treating erectile dysfunction. This fearsome hunter is a perfect example of an aggressive, highly armed predator that commands respect. Our journey now takes us to the harsh, arid landscapes of North Africa and the Middle East. In this unforgiving environment of sand and rock, lives a creature that really embodies the danger of the desert, the Deathstalker scorpion. It's a relatively small scorpion, typically growing no more than a few inches long. Its pale yellow, almost translucent body provides excellent camouflage against the sand, making it incredibly difficult to spot, especially during the day when it hides from the sun's scorching heat. Despite its small stature, the Deathstalker, or Leiurus quinquestriatus, is widely regarded as one of the most dangerous scorpions in the world. Its venom is not a single substance, but a powerful cocktail of neurotoxins, including chlorotoxin and cilotoxin. A sting from this scorpion is intensely painful, a burning electric shock that radiates from the wound. While a healthy adult may survive a sting, the venom is particularly potent and life-threatening for children, the elderly, or those with heart conditions. In vulnerable individuals, the venom can cause a cytokine storm, an overreaction of the immune system that leads to fever, convulsions, and paralysis. Fluid can fill the lungs, making breathing impossible, and the heart can fail. Death can occur within hours if antivenom is not administered promptly. The Deathstalker is a chilling reminder that even in the vast open desert, the deadliest threats can be small, perfectly camouflaged, and hiding right under your feet. We return to the rainforests of Central and South America, not in search of a venom that kills, but one that inflicts a pain so legendary it has become a benchmark for suffering. Here lives the bullet ant, Paraponera clavata. It's one of the largest ant species in the world, an inch-long, robust insect that forages on the forest floor and in the canopy. Its name comes from its sting, which victims describe as being akin to being shot with a bullet, a deep, throbbing, all-consuming pain. On the Schmidt Sting Pain Index, a scale that rates the pain of insect stings from 1 to 4, the bullet ant scores a 4+, a rating above all others. Dr. Justin Schmidt, the creator of the index, described the pain as pure, intense, brilliant pain, like walking over flaming charcoal with a 3-inch nail embedded in your heel. The agony is not fleeting. It comes in relentless fiery waves that can last for up to 24 hours. The venom, ponerotoxin, is a neurotoxin that targets the central nervous system, causing temporary paralysis of the affected limb, shaking, and cold sweats. This excruciating sting is so famous that it has been incorporated into the warrior initiation rites of the Sateremawe people of Brazil. Young men must endure being stung repeatedly by weaving the ants into gloves and wearing them for 10 minutes. To complete the initiation, they must undergo this ordeal 20 times over several months. The bullet ant is a testament to the fact that lethality is not the only measure of a creature's power. The ability to inflict unimaginable, debilitating pain is a formidable weapon in its own right. We return once more to the warm, tropical waters of the Indo-Pacific, drawn by an object of exquisite beauty. Lying on the seabed or nestled in coral reefs are the cone snails. Their shells are masterpieces of natural art, adorned with intricate patterns and a beautiful porcelain gloss that have made them highly prized by shell collectors for centuries. But reaching for one of these living jewels can be a fatal mistake. Within this beautiful shell hides a surprisingly swift and sophisticated predator. Cone snails are hunters. When a fish or other small marine creature comes near, the snail extends a long, flexible tube called a proboscis. Hidden within this proboscis is a single, hollow, harpoon-like tooth, a modified radula. In a fraction of a second, it can fire this harpoon into its prey, injecting a complex venom known as a toxin. The venom is so fast-acting that the fish is paralyzed almost instantly, preventing it from escaping. The snail then retracts the harpoon, drawing its immobilized meal towards its mouth to be consumed. The danger to humans comes from handling these snails. The harpoon is sharp enough to penetrate gloves and skin, and the venom is a unique cocktail of hundreds of different toxins, tailored to its specific prey. In humans, the sting can be painless at first, but symptoms can quickly progress from numbness and tingling to muscle paralysis, blurred vision, and respiratory failure. There is no anti-venom. The beautiful shell is a deadly trap, a warning that the most alluring objects in nature often conceal the most potent dangers. Our exploration of poison dart frogs brings us to the most toxic of them all, a creature whose power is almost beyond belief. On the Pacific coast of Colombia, in a tiny patch of rainforest, lives the golden poison frog, Phyllobates terribilis. Despite its terrifying name and reputation, it is a small, unassuming amphibian, just a couple of inches long. Its uniform, brilliant yellow or orange skin seems to glow with an inner light, a radiant warning of the incredible poison it contains. This single tiny frog carries enough batrachotoxin in its skin to kill 10 grown men, making it the most poisonous vertebrate on Earth. It is estimated that just 0.2 of a microgram, an amount that could fit on the head of a pin, is enough to be lethal to a human. The toxin is so potent that even touching a surface that the frog has walked across can be dangerous. The poison works by permanently blocking nerve signal transmission, leading to muscle contractions, fibrillation, and ultimately, heart failure in a matter of minutes. Like its relatives, the golden poison frog derives its toxicity from its diet, and frogs raised in captivity without access to their specific native insects do not produce the toxin. The indigenous Embera people understand this power intimately. They never touch the frog directly, instead collecting the poison by coaxing the frog into a leaf-lined container. The sheer concentration of poison in this one small, beautiful creature is a staggering example of chemical warfare in the animal kingdom, a level of toxicity that is almost unparalleled. We now shift our focus from the tiny to the truly titanic, a creature that proves that sometimes size and power do combine to create the perfect predator. This is the saltwater crocodile, the largest living reptile on Earth. Found in the brackish waters and rivers from northern Australia to Southeast Asia and the eastern coast of India, this is an ancient killing machine, a dinosaur that has survived to the modern day. Males can reach lengths of over 20 feet and weigh more than a ton. Their power is immense. The saltwater crocodile possesses the strongest bite ever measured in any living animal, capable of crushing bone with terrifying ease. But their lethality is not just about brute force. It is about patience and intelligence. They are ambush predators of the highest order. They can wait for hours, sometimes days, perfectly still, with only their eyes and nostrils showing above the water's surface, appearing as nothing more than a floating log. They have been observed learning the patrol routes of prey and timing their attacks for maximum effect. When a target, be it a wildebeest, a buffalo, or an unwary human, comes within range, the attack is an explosion of violence. The crocodile lunges from the water with incredible speed, seizes its victim in its inescapable jaws, and drags it back into the depths. It then employs a death roll, spinning its powerful body to dismember and drown its prey. The fatality rate for saltwater crocodile attacks is exceptionally high, a grim reminder that in their domain, we are not the apex predator. In the remote, sun-baked floodplains of Central East Australia lives a snake of mythical lethality. This is the inland taipan, also known as the fierce snake. It is not a particularly large or intimidating snake, with a light brown to dark olive coloration that allows it to blend in with the cracked earth of its arid habitat. It is, by all accounts, a reclusive and shy creature, preferring to retreat from threats rather than confront them. Yet, contained within its fangs is the most toxic venom of any snake on the planet. A single bite from an inland taipan delivers a complex cocktail of toxins, including a powerful neurotoxin that paralyzes the nervous system and a myotoxin that dissolves muscle tissue. The venom also contains a potent anticoagulant, causing internal bleeding. The yield from one bite is estimated to be enough to kill at least 100 adult men, or 250,000 mice. Death can occur in as little as 30 to 45 minutes if left untreated, making it one of the fastest-acting snake venoms known. Despite this incredible toxicity, there have been very few recorded human fatalities from the inland taipan. This is due entirely to its placid nature and its extremely remote habitat, far from most human settlements. It is a snake that wants to be left alone. This paradox of extreme danger, coupled with a docile temperament, makes the inland taipan a fascinating case study. It is a creature armed with the ultimate chemical weapon, but one that chooses, almost always, not to use it against us. We return to the shallow coastal waters of the tropical Indo-Pacific, but the creature we seek now is one you will almost certainly never see, even when it is right beneath your foot. This is the stonefish, the undisputed master of camouflage. Lying motionless on the seafloor, its mottled, warty skin, covered in algae and debris, makes it virtually indistinguishable from the rocks and coral it lives amongst. It is the perfect ambush predator, waiting patiently for small fish or crustaceans to swim by. The real danger, however, lies not in its mouth, but along its back. The stonefish has a row of 13 sharp dorsal fin spines that it can erect when it feels threatened. Each spine is like a hypodermic needle, connected to 2 sacs of potent venom. When a person accidentally steps on the fish, their body weight pushes down on the spines, injecting a full dose of a powerful neurotoxin directly into the foot. The result is immediate and legendary. The pain is said to be so excruciating that victims have been known to beg for the affected limb to be amputated. It causes shock, paralysis, and tissue death. Without medical attention, a sting can be fatal to humans. The venom can cause heart failure and respiratory paralysis. The stonefish is a prime example of a passive threat. It doesn't hunt humans, but it is lethally armed to defend itself against any creature, large or small, that blunders into its personal space. Our survey of the cone snails brings us to one of the most notorious species, the geographic cone snail. Like its relatives, it possesses a beautifully patterned shell, a tempting prize for any beachcomber. This species, however, is responsible for the majority of human fatalities attributed to cone snails. It hunts fish, and to do so, it has developed one of the most potent venom cocktails in the ocean, a specialized form of conotoxin that acts with terrifying speed. It deploys its venom-tipped harpoon with blinding speed, but its hunting technique is even more sophisticated. Some have been observed releasing a cloud of venom into the water, which acts as a sedative to the fish, calming it before the final strike. This venom is a complex blend of toxins that has been likened to a fast-acting form of insulin, causing the prey to go into hypoglycemic shock. For a human stung by this snail, the effects are catastrophic. There is no anti-venom. The geographic cone snail has earned the grim nickname cigarette snail, from the morbid saying that after being stung, you have only enough time to smoke 1 cigarette before you die. While an exaggeration, it highlights the extreme speed and lethality of the venom. Paralysis can set in within minutes, leading to respiratory failure and death. This beautiful, slow-moving creature is a stark reminder that in nature's arms race, chemical weapons have allowed even the slowest animals to become lightning-fast killers. For our final creature, we travel to the suburbs of one of Australia's largest cities, Sydney. Here, in backyards, gardens, and swimming pools, lives a spider that combines aggression, powerful fangs, and a highly potent venom, the Sydney funnel web spider. This large, black, glossy spider is a ground dweller, building its characteristic funnel-shaped webs in dark, moist places, under rocks, logs, or in garden shrubbery. It is infamous for its aggressive nature and its tendency to wander into homes. When threatened, the Sydney funnel web rears up, displaying a pair of impressively large, powerful fangs. These fangs are so strong they have been known to pierce through soft leather and even fingernails. Unlike many spiders that may deliver a dry bite without venom, the funnel web almost always injects a full dose of its highly toxic toxin. This venom is particularly dangerous to primates, including humans, as it attacks the nervous system, causing all the nerves to fire at once. The symptoms are rapid and severe: profuse sweating, muscle twitching, vomiting, and a dangerous increase in heart rate and blood pressure, often leading to pulmonary edema where the lungs fill with fluid. Before the 1980s, a bite from a male Sydney funnel web was often a death sentence. However, the story of this spider also has a note of triumph. In 1981, a highly effective anti-venom was developed. Since its introduction, there have been no recorded deaths from a Sydney funnel web bite, a victory for science in the face of one of nature's most formidable urban terrors. We have journeyed from the vibrant rainforests to the sunlit oceans, from the arid deserts to our own suburban gardens, and we have seen that the most profound dangers are not always the most obvious. The creatures we have met today, the tiny jellyfish, the jeweled frog, the camouflaged fish, are masters of a different kind of power. They do not rely on crushing jaws or trampling feet, but on the intricate and deadly chemistry of venom and poison. They are a testament to the endless ingenuity of evolution, which has armed the small and the slow with weapons of terrifying efficiency. These tiny terrors challenge our perceptions and command our respect. They remind us that beauty can be a warning, that stillness can hide a sudden strike, and that curiosity must always be tempered with caution. From the backyard to the deep sea, these creatures prove that danger often comes in the smallest packages. Remember, never judge an animal by its size or its cuteness. The natural world is full of wonders, but it is also full of warnings, and wisdom lies in learning to recognize both. I hope this journey into the world of nature's most lethal creatures has been as fascinating for you as it has been for me. There are countless more stories of survival, adaptation, and danger waiting to be told. If you enjoyed this adventure and wish to explore more of the wild facts our planet has to offer, please show your support by liking this video, subscribing to the channel for more content, and sharing it with fellow nature enthusiasts. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.